Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and reinstall the valve to the bypass valve through your inlet and outlet. And a couple of things you want to make sure here is one is you want to make sure that you seal it up evenly. If you're cocked here, the O-rings won't seal correctly, so you really want to make sure you come at this thing square on. Then you're going to go ahead and put your clips back on, and remember these catch here, the little edges catch on these two, so if you're not quite lined up they won't mate. So they're right here, and as you can see you want to just make sure you put each side loosely. You want to sandwich these two valve bodies together evenly, so just kind of give that guy a little snug. And then come over to the other side. And there again, if you do them loose a little bit each side, then they seat up real nice. And then go ahead, once they're seated, and go ahead and tighten them up. And verify your gap here is nice and even, which it looks like it is. And that's good to go there. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and reinstall our drain line. Again, your little O-ring here. I already put some on, but you want to put a little lube on that as well. And you pull the little black clip open. Again, this little clip seats down in there and seals it that way. So make sure you press this all the way in. Pop your little clip in. Give a little tug on that just to make sure you got it seated. Because if you don't have it seated once you go into backwash, you will blow the hose off. Okay, at this point we're going to go ahead and plug our valve back in here off the little pigtail, and you'll see it come light up. So right now we're still in the bypass mode. We've got water coming to the house and water going out. So we have new media in here. What we want to do is go through a series of 2 to 3 backwashes and rapid rinses, just to rinse all the fines and the little dust that was, a result of the manufacturing process of the media. So, but we don't want that going into the house. So we're just going to do a series of backwashes with the tank still isolated in the bypass mode. So I'm going to go ahead and force the valve into the backwash mode. So what I'll do is just hold the set change button, and you'll see it go to 1. And recall that 1 is your backwash, so basically the water goes down through the tube and up through the media. So we're just going to go through and do a big rinse of that. As you can see, it's on the 10-minute mark. So our initial flush through may take more than 10 minutes because we want to flush through there and we want to see a real improvement in the clarity of the water coming out our drain line. So we're going to go ahead and pull our power back off at this point. And that way the valve is locked into the backwash cycle. Okay, so with the valve locked into the backwash cycle, what we're going to do is slowly open the inlet valve. So basically we're going to allow water in. Like I said before, it's going to go down the D-tube, back up through the media, and out through the drain line. So we're going to slowly open this, and again, this is, you want to be careful here and make sure this is in tight. Don't just blast it open because you could have a mess on your hands. So slowly bring it up and you'll slowly see the water coming in. And over a couple of minute period, then you'll have the valve all the way open. So you're just going to monitor this, and it's never going to go totally clear the first time. You're going to monitor it basically to where you can see a cloud, but not just like small particles coming through. So go ahead and run that for a while, until you can see it clearing up. Okay, so after you've continued to flow for a while, feel like you've got a good first rinse through there, go ahead and connect your power supply back up to the pigtail here, and you'll see it come back up into the screen. And we're still in one, which is the backwash and the 10-minute countdown cycle. So this will count down basically to 0 and then go into the rapid rinse. Okay, so we've gone through our initial backwash, and now we've gone into 3, which is our rapid rinse. So now basically the water is going down through the media, back up through the center tube, which is the flow direction for your house service. So you want to continue to monitor your drain line and watch, here for it to clear up. Go ahead and let it just run at 6 minutes and it'll time down. So what you're going to want to do after that's done is you're going to want to go ahead and do 2 or 3 more backwash cycles by going set change into 1 and letting it time out, and 3 going next. Okay, so after you've done several backwashes and rinse cycles, by the way, you never really get super clarity in the backwash cycle, but what you should do is continue this until you see clear water in the rinse cycle. Once you see the water coming out of your drain line in the rinse cycle and it's clear, you've done a pretty good job at flushing out the initial media, and you can go ahead and bring the rest of the house online. Okay, once you have done your backwashes and your rapid rinses, everything looks good. At this point in time, if you have a shut off to the house, we recommend you go ahead and shut this off. And if you have a sample valve, this is why we recommend you install these to flush. If you don't have this, basically shut all of your faucets off in your house at this point in time. And go ahead and slowly bring your outlet pressure up. Okay, so when you bring your outlet pressure up, now you're going to fill your line going into your house up to your closed shutoff valve. The reason we like to have the sample port here is now you can, if you're indoors, hook a hose up to it or put a bucket underneath it. And you can go ahead and open this and you can rinse out the outlet side of your setup and just run that until it's clear. Once you're clear here, then you can go ahead and open up the house system. And we recommend going to like a utility sink or a tub nearby, opening that up and going ahead and flushing that out for a few minutes as well. You just don't want to make sure you're not putting any, seeing any particulates. If you don't happen to have this kind of setup, basically what you would do is go ahead and open it, but you definitely want to go to like a bathtub or a utility sink, something without an aeration little thing on the end of the nozzle, and just go ahead and rinse and flush it through. Basically that's all for today. Good luck, and talk to you later. Bye.